Okay, seems that I'm alive here on YouTube. And now I should be live on audio. Okay. Good morning, America. I hope you're well. It is Tuesday, the 25th of February, 2025. And the markets are open. I'm sorry for the slight delay. I seem to be unable to connect to a software called OBS. It gave me an error message. But it seems to be running now. There's my account. Yeah, so okay, so I think we're up and running, and Divergent should be working as well, which is the no latency stream. So it's good. Yeah, I think we're all good to go. So, good morning, America, or good afternoon, Europe. Maybe even good evening, Asia. Talking of Asia, I was sitting between Europe and now. I was looking at how the Japanese index was performing when it comes to mechanical trading entries. It was quite interesting to see. I think the struggle that I had, for example, in the Nikkei close opens at 9 o'clock Tokyo time. And well, this broker here, no, I think that's the future. So the futures will open approximately 30 minutes before. So you're seeing this bar here and this bar here. That's sort of the pre-market. And what you're seeing here is the definite pre-market. And so when I was trying to figure out what do I want to use as the overnight range, if I wanted to do a mechanical approach to the Nikkei, I was toying around with the idea of, okay, so maybe I use just these two bars here. But if I just go back a random amount of bars, okay, so let's just do this one here. So the market, this is the pre-market. Which is this bar and this bar. No, actually, then it actually stops. It actually opens at 1 hour before. It didn't before. Okay, so anyway, so the market opens, big push higher. This is the school run bar. But do I then use the ante because we are sitting above the trading range? Well, this would suggest that I do. And in this case, it doesn't work. So here it would just be better off just to sell short. I can take the day before. So here the overnight range, these 4 bars here. Market opens, and then the school run triggers a sell short here. But do I then go there as an ante? Well, in this case, again, it doesn't seem like that's a good idea. So I'm a little bit in doubt on how to play the Nikkei. Just in other news, I went to a pharmacy regarding my eye. I got an eye infection, and I'm in real discomfort. And they said just to keep rinsing it in sterile water and only contact them if it gets worse. It's like, oh my God, it's so uncomfortable. Let's do another one. So here's the school run. And there the anti actually works really well. So anyway, I have yet to do some research on this. I was also looking at the South African index. It trades at 80,000. The spread is quite wide though. It's a 20-point spread. It seems quite wide. I suppose we could always contact the broker and saying, can we have that spread reduced? So for now, I'm just waiting. So one of those body parts that are really sensitive is the eyes. The eyes. So traditional school run has worked really, really well in the NASDAQ. In the last few days. Let's see if we have a look at here. NASDAQ triggers a short here in traditional school run. Here at 21,494. Actually goes as low as 370. And then a double bottom at 377. The day before, which was Friday, triggers a short here, where this line is, this bar here. That short was at 22,018, goes as low as 21,873. Very good move. And there's this one here. This is a bit trickier. I have a very long second 15-minute bar in the NASDAQ with a low of 924, goes as low as 874. And the previous day, it's a low here at 22,079, goes as low as 42. Not overly big move, for sure. I washed my eye in some cool caramel tea, but it certainly doesn't seem to have helped at all. So that's kind of what I think I'll want to be trading today. Not sure how long I'll last today. I don't really want to aggravate it. All I want to do is close my eye. I need one of those eye patches. Aye, aye, Captain. Did you know that the reason why pirates they wore these eye patches, apparently it's because that in those days when they walked into their or below deck, then they swapped the patch around because then that eye was accustomed to the darkness. Otherwise it would have taken time to adjust. Don't know if it's true or not, but it seems plausible. Yeah. Maybe today is going to be the day where I cross 16,000 on the account. I didn't go to the doctor. I went to the pharmacy. Optrex. Is that something I should buy? Okay. Sorry. I was just looking up. I think I quite like to take a chance to buy the NASDAQ here below the 4-hour low. So I bought the NASDAQ in a smaller size at 21,231 because it's at the low end of the range. It's not a school, it's simply just buying support. I was looking at the daily chart and the weekly chart. Here's the weekly chart. Seems to sort of be halfway in the range. We'll see. Stand by in the Dow. I want to be a buyer here, which is like an anti-aggressive school run. Buying below. That's quite a big stop loss. I obviously don't need such a big stop loss. Oh, it doesn't look good in the NASDAQ. I'm about to get stopped out. I'll show you. My stop loss is, yeah, been stopped out. I was stopped out in the NASDAQ. I'll show you here. Oh, show you here. Stopped out. Minus 150. And my Dow is not looking so good either. In the Dow, I decided to buy below this 10-minute bar low, thinking that this market was going to push higher. I've been stopped out of the Dow as well. Wow. Have to wait now for the school run. So perhaps the idea of buying below the range was not the worst idea in the world, but my stop loss wasn't big enough. Dow is back to my entry point. So we're coming up to the close of the current 15-minute. So I had a person now reaching out to me here in Telegram, complaining that I'm trading against my own strategy. Just want to point out that me trading against my own strategy made me money this morning. So Mr. Dan, Dan M, if you look at the chart that I'm showing you right now, I bought the DAX here, and it was a really, really good trade. And I don't think that there's anything in my strategy that says you can't buy a double bottom, which is what I just did in the NASDAQ and in the Dow. All I did was I bought below a prior buy low. So you have a big push up in an uptrend, because here's the gap, here's the closing price. So we are really, really trading way above the closing price of yesterday. So what I did was I said, I'm going to be buyer down here at 43,600 because that makes sense. And I got stopped out. So I don't think that there's anything in my trading that I should be ashamed of. It just didn't work out. So we're coming up to shorting the Dow here on a school run. See if I can get a fill in the NASDAQ close to 147. Move my stop loss to break even in the Dow. In the NASDAQ, the stop loss is rather sizable. See that has 130 points. It's a big old stop loss. I wonder if the Dow could have a trip down to 43,300. I'm going to add to my position in the Dow. I'm shorting the Dow again here at 48. Going to use a stop loss. Here. Going to take profit in the Dow. Close the Dow. Close the Dow here at 32. Looks like this. I'm not short the NASDAQ. I didn't think that the risk, it was a big risk. I could have taken it in smaller size, but then I focused on the Dow instead. Yeah, I thought so. This is the daily chart of the Dow. think I'm going to short the FTSE. I'm looking at the bigger picture and then in the NASDAQ and thinking, would I want to be a buyer here? What is the mood? Everything sort of looks weak now. I'm adding to my FTSE. Stand by to close the FTSE. Close the FTSE. Excuse me. Great school run today in the NASDAQ. Kind of wish I'd just taken it at least in a small size. What put me off was the big stop loss of 120 points. Do you see that? The low is 147, the high is 279. NASDAQ closed the year. I think it closed the year at 23,000. 21,011. So NASDAQ is actually now down for the year. That's interesting. Very interesting. Wow, it's I just had this. Just want to see something. Yeah, damn. Bitcoin. I didn't want to post an order in Bitcoin here, but up in around 92,000. I don't know if you know this, but 92,000 was the average sell price for the year, and there was a really good article about it saying that if we start trading below 92,000, it's probably going to cascade for margin calls, and well, that's certainly come true. So that's Bitcoin. So I don't know what happened to the Donald Trump infused enthusiasm. Oh, bloody hell. So I didn't do very well with my attempt to free ride it, but my strategies, like school run, they worked a lot better. It's a shame I didn't capitalize more on it, but I capitalized on the FTSE, so that's something. I'm ending up on the day. Didn't quite get my 16,000 target. I would have loved that. But I think I'm gonna call it a day. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. It hurts my eye, and I need to get a second opinion on this. So let me just do status here. I lost with you. I lost 150 and 136. So what's that? Called it 300, right? And then I made 100 and 100. So I made about what, 100 and 250 back out of the 300. I started with you at 15,902, and I'm managed to claw back most of it. Not all of it, but most of it. Shame. That was a good FTSE trade. All right, I'm sorry that it's a bit fragmented today. As you can probably hear, I'm not feeling my greatest, and I think I shall stop now. So I'll see you tomorrow for Europe or US, depending on where you are. Meantime, I'm going to go and see if I can get something done. Thanks a lot for being here. It was nice to have this banter with you. All the very best. Bye-bye.